As a first step in the direction towards seamless tubes, the bars are cut into billets. This has to be done very precisely because the resulting tubes are up to 40 times longer. Depending on the final tube dimension, a centric pilot hole is drilled into the billet. The tube surface is significantly influenced by machining of the billet's front end. After degreasing, hot processing follows. The main process, extrusion, is the second of two hot forming process steps that lead to the seamless product. Before the first hot forming step, the billets are heated to transforming temperature in a gas-fired rotary hearth furnace under protected atmosphere in order to avoid scaling. This is of major importance to the later surface performances of the tubes. In the first hot forming step, the heated billets are now pierced or expanded in a vertical press. Geometric precision is crucial for the later extrusion procedure. Before extrusion, the billets are heated in induction coils and are brought to the exact hot forming temperature. Now the billet is ready to enter extrusion. Therefore, it is rolled in glass powder for protection against oxidation and for lubrication during the transformation. 3,300 tons force the material to go through a gap between extrusion die and extrusion mandrel. During the process, the outer diameter is reduced to the extrusion die's dimension. The extrusion mandrel defines the inner diameter. The tube length and geometry are precisely calculated beforehand, exactly meeting the customer's requirements. Depending on the desired dimension, the press is equipped with different tools. Before each extrusion cycle, a glass ring is placed in front of the extrusion die. This glass ring melts during the extrusion and forms a protecting lubrication film between billet and tool. After extrusion, the tubes are quenched in water or air-cooled on the cooling bed. In order to get rid of processing residues, the tubes are pickled in an acid bath. In the hollows bay, the dimensions and the surface condition of each single tube are thoroughly inspected. Surface defects are removed. This is where cold and hot formed products start to follow different procedures. The finished hollows, the tubes dedicated to cold forming, get their final geometry by cold pilger rolling and, depending on the desired dimension tolerances and surface condition, by drawing.